You know what I see when I see houses like this? Every house is exactly the same. You know what I see? Y'all ever seen that movie with Leonardo, the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and that lady that played in the Titanic, where they got married, had kids, and both of them was miserable? Every time I ride by this street, I see these houses, and I'm gonna tell you what I think about. I think about a young man meeting a young girl, and they get married. First they date, they in love, they get married, and then the husband get him a good job, and he buy one of these houses. And they get married, they have a baby. And what I see when I look at all those houses that are exactly the same, I see a young man and a young woman. When they have a child, that woman is subject to that house and that child for the next 20 years. And I see that man being subject to his full-time job for the next 20 years. And I just see a miserable cycle. And here's what I mean, what I say when I see a miserable cycle. The woman will be subject to the house with the kids non-stop. Her life would not exist beyond them four walls. Of course, she would have doctor's appointments, she would have grocery shopping, cleaning to do, and raising her child. She would no longer exist outside of her child because she's not the same person. She's a mother now. And that young man, he will be subject to providing for his family non-stop, which is typically normal. That is what you're supposed to do. I just feel as though a lot of people is not honest with the young couple when they jump into relationships and things like that. The outcome of it all. The outcome of it all. If you talk to a lot of people that has got married and had kids, when they are in the young kid phase, the small children phase, it's lunchtime, I ain't answering that. When they are in the small children phase, like when their kids are like 8, 5, 2, and 1, it's a lot of friction in the house. And the only reason friction is in the house is because the woman is stressed out and the man is stressed out. Once those kids get to like teenage years, start graduating high school, kind of going off to college and kind of becoming their own person, that husband and wife can get their lives back if they have not lost themselves in the midst of raising their family. Because a husband and a wife can neglect themselves because the woman would be all about the children and the man would be all about providing. And in a sense, they are no longer a couple. There are two partners trying to survive, raise a family, and make it. That's why you see a lot of people, when the kids leave home and they become empty nesters, they divorce. Because they don't know who this person is. They don't have a relationship with this person, and everything just kind of falls to the wayside. And every time I see those houses, I think about my wife. A lot of sacrifices she has made to raise our 5 kids. She no longer has her own identity. Every time you see her out and about, she will have them kids with her. She will have them kids with her. Everywhere she go, she will have them kids with her. Now this weekend, I will have the kids and she will be able to, you know, take off. But I sometimes wonder how far she could have reached in life if she never met me and never had kids. Because you asked me, well, man, how far you could have reached if you would have, you know, I wanted kids. That was the whole thing. I wanted a family. I wanted a wife. I wanted kids. And a woman will say they want that exact same thing, but they don't know what that exact same thing entails. They really don't. They don't know. They think, yeah, I want a husband, I want kids, but they don't know, okay, once you do that, you will be subject to those kids, subject to that home, and you will fall under that man's authority. Look at that dog taking a crap. You see how that dog curl his tail? Every time I see a dog in the yard taking a crap and they curl that tail and curl that back, I think about Chuck and Sons.